Imagine you've been waiting for this day for years, the day you are finally going to get a dog. After countless times of pleading with your parents, they finally agree and take you to your local pet shop to pick out your new best friend. You soon find your perfect companion and are so excited to take him or her home. You spend the next several days cuddling and playing with the cutest puppy you've ever seen. Everything is great, but suddenly your buddy isn't feeling too well. So you and your mom take him or her to the vet. It's here that you find out that your buddy has parvovirus and won't be able to spend as long with you as you had hoped. It sounds pretty sad, right? That's because it is. And even sadder, it's become a reality for far too many new pet owners. Purchasing puppies from pet stores has become the norm in the U.S., but with nearly 100% of pet store puppies being supplied from puppy mills, this typical act has led to countless amounts of heartbreak and massive animal suffering. Lucky for us, there is an alternative that is beneficial to millions of homeless animals across the U.S. Adoption. Every year, nearly 2.7 adoptable dogs and cats are euthanized. We have the ability to prevent this while also fighting back against the puppy mill industry. Over the last several weeks, I have done extensive amounts of research to find the benefits of pet adoption, and today I'm going to share it all with you. First, we will discuss the benefits of adopting and having a pet. Second, I will be talking about puppy mills and how adoption can put an end to this cruel practice. And before we wrap up, I'll be sharing with you a few more noteworthy reasons why adoption should be on your mind when looking for your new furry friend. Moving on to my first point, adopting and having pets has numerous benefits to your physical and mental health. According to the CDC, having pets, mainly dogs, but cats as well, can decrease blood pressure, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. These few small aspects of your health, when maintained, have a huge impact on your overall health. With that in mind, it's not surprising in May of 2013, the American Heart Association claimed that pet ownership is linked to a reduced risk of heart disease. This could also be traced back to the fact that having a dog exponentially increases your opportunities for exercise and outdoor activities. In a 2014 edition of the Harvard Women's Health Watch, it was reported that in one study, including over 5,200 Japanese adults, dog owners were 55% more likely to get the recommended amount of physical activity on a daily basis. These reports coincide with the findings of Dr. Julian Whitaker of the Whitaker Wellness Institute, located in Newport Beach, California. It is Dr. Whitaker's belief that when we take care of another living thing, this brings greater health to ourselves. He believes that giving extra of ourselves has an impact on our health. For instance, you might not want to go on a walk if it wasn't for your dog. In addition to having wonderful benefits to our physical health, owning dogs appears to also greatly improve one's mental health. The CDC states the ownership of pets, specifically dogs, reduces feelings of loneliness while increasing opportunities for social interaction. Dr. Thomas Lee, a cardiologist and professor of medicine at Harvard Medical School, was quoted saying, "For those of us who have dogs, like me, the possibility that a dog might help psychological health seems very credible. I know that I can speak from personal experience as someone who suffers from anxiety and depression that nothing gives me more relief or comfort than giving my dog a big hug around the neck." An added bonus, specifically when you adopt, is the proud feeling of knowing that you have not only saved an animal, and in turn helped many others as well, but you are also a part of stopping the puppy mill industry. Now that you are aware of the many benefits of adopting and having pets, I'd like to focus on my second point, puppy mills and how adoption can put an end to this cruel practice. Melanie Kahn of the Humane Society of the United States of America has said that once consumers and their elected officials learn about puppy mills, they will want nothing to do with them. The SPCA describes puppy mills as large-scale commercial dog breeding operations where profit is placed above the well-being of animals. According to the Animal Rescue Corps, an estimated 15,000 puppy mills are operated in the United States, with the largest concentration located in the Midwest, specifically Missouri. These locations are often chosen with rural communities in mind so that puppy mills may be isolated. They do so with a very sick motive. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of dogs are crammed into cages and stacked on top of one another. Often these animals are left outside, defenseless to the elements, and are usually without sufficient food, water, grooming, socialization, or veterinary care. Female dogs are bred repeatedly with little to no recovery time between each pregnancy. Puppy mill operators continue this process until dogs are so physically depleted they can no longer reproduce. It is usually at this time that operators will dispose of these breeding females by killing, starving, or even burying them alive. Because puppy mills often fail to follow proper husbandry practices, many sick dogs are not removed from the breeding pool, resulting in a number of health problems in generations that follow, such as epilepsy, heart disease, deafness, respiratory disorders, and a host of other issues. Puppies also typically arrive to pet stores and new homes with parvovirus, kennel cough, heartworm, mange, and a host of other illnesses. Another problem arises when puppies are removed too early from their mothers, a common practice in the puppy mill industry. This can lead to extreme shyness, aggression, fear, and anxiety as adults. The ASPCA says there isn't any way of really knowing where pet stores are getting their dogs because licensing means very little when it comes to breeding. When we adopt rather than buy from a store, we are ensuring that we are not supporting a business that profits off the suffering of innocent animals, while also giving a loving home and a second chance to a deserving animal. Now that you have learned what you have to benefit from adopting and what is at stake for millions of dogs, I'd like to bring you all to my last point. A few more noteworthy reasons why adoption should be on your mind when looking for a new furry friend. When you adopt, you are not only helping save one animal, but you are also helping a countless amount of other animals as well. According to DoSomething.org, around 7.6 million animals enter shelters nationwide every year. With that many animals in need of shelter, it is no wonder that space is valuable. When you adopt, you open up a space for an animal that desperately needs it. In addition to that, your adoption fees go directly back to helping care for other animals and save more animals. Your choice to adopt is one that will cause a ripple effect that will positively impact a great deal of animals and even people. Not all benefits of adoption are so touchy-feeling, but rather just practical. For one thing, when you adopt, you save a lot of money. Not only is the initial price generally much cheaper, it also covers a spay or neuter, first vaccinations, and even sometimes a microchipping. When, according to AnimalSamaritans.org, it can cost anywhere from $95 to $135 alone to fix your pet. That seems like a pretty great deal to me. Another bonus that many do not consider is that a great deal of animals that come from shelters were in previous households and are already housebroken and trained. Choosing to adopt an older pet can save you time and money on training, as well as giving an older animal a second chance at life and a loving family. I often hear that the only reason someone is hesitant to adopt is because they want a certain type of dog. While any dog will be just as loving and loyal as any other, if you truly want that specific dog, no worries. Shelters often have purebred dogs, and there are even shelters dedicated to specific breeds. Using online tools like Pet Finder, you can find exactly the dog you want. In conclusion, while we do not have the ability to save every animal in the world, we do have the power to save a huge number of them. When you choose to adopt rather than shop, you can walk away confidently knowing you have done everything in your power to positively impact the lives of animals all over the country. Let's review. Adopting a pet can help you fight heart disease, end the cruel practices of puppy mills, and save you money. So why wouldn't you adopt? In closing, I'd like to leave you with this quote from Karen Davidson. Saving one dog will not change the world, but surely for that dog, the world will change forever.